Yo, 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 everybody, what is going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. An exercise entitled Colt 45. So let's talk about timing for a second. As the name might imply, this exercise has fivelets in it, or a 5/4 ratio, which is basically where we're fitting 5/16 notes over the space of 4/16 notes. Fives are really weird because they fall in between the space of normal rhythms, or ones that you'll encounter more often than not, being 16th notes and then sextuplets. And you'll find yourself probably falling into one of two categories, I suppose. Is one, you'll want to play the fives too fast, meaning you're leaning more towards the sextuplet side. So in that case, slow them down a little bit. And of course, the second one is going to be more on the 16th side, so you'll be playing them a little bit slower. So in that case, you'll just want to speed up those singles a little bit. The real big point here is just to keep those singles even, keep the single strokes even, and make sure you use up your entire quarter note to fit those five in. And this is also another exercise that is really helped along with marking time. Make sure you're using a metronome, of course, and I would keep the metronome either set to quarter notes or to eighth notes. And really, make sure you mark time to this, because it'll really help you understand where the downbeats are and how much time you have to place those five notes within each quarter note. And also remember that with fivelets, it's only one extra more note than 16th notes are. So it's only a little bit faster. So again, going along with keeping things nice and even, don't rush, don't play it too slow, and use your feet to know where the downbeats are. So now moving on to more quad-specific stuff, some of the big points that I want to remind you again to keep in check throughout both variations of this exercise are your hand angle, your wrist angle, and keeping the shoulders square. Variation 1 of Colt 45 is actually, in my opinion, the more difficult of the two variations that we have for this one, simply because it's literally just a side-to-side split pattern around the drums, and it is very easy to get lost in, especially if you're having trouble defining where your quarter notes are. This can get really tricky. Some big tips for Variation 1 would definitely be, of course, the three previously mentioned checkpoints that you need to make sure you're doing the entire time. Don't let those slip. Also, make sure you maintain an even height across everything. And also, really play those playing zones. And, the best way to do that is start slow. Start slow, hit the proper playing zones, and that is also, hopefully, starting at a slower tempo is going to help you understand and really define where your downbeats are in this exercise. Variation 2 is slightly less difficult than Variation 1. It's definitely got a little bit more interesting of an around pattern, and it's definitely a little easier to keep track of where the downbeats are. And really, if you look at it, there's only 4 bars, 4 separate around patterns for each of the 4 bars. It's just that towards the end of the exercise, we take those patterns and kind of rearrange them a little bit. So again, take it slow, especially on the measure where it starts on the box and goes down, and then it goes drums 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really keep those shoulders squared. Throughout both variations, again, checkpoints, hand angle, wrist angle. You're not turning the wrist out to play those outer drums. You're not rotating the shoulders at all. Just make sure you keep all those points in check. Practice slow, have fun, and I'll see you next time.